Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Alucard, and today I want to talk about my experience with the Artisan Zero Soft. So if you're looking into getting the Artisan Zero Soft for any FPS shooter or CS or Valorant, I would highly recommend going to the website called prosettings.net. It basically tells you all the top peripherals that are being used by current pro players in the esports scene. And if you take a look at the chart for the best mousepad for Valorant, the Artisan Zero Soft is still at number 1, meaning that 18.23% of players are using this mousepad in the pro scene. So first things first, I want to say that this video is not sponsored by Artisan in any way, shape, or form. I bought this mousepad of my own free will, and I was looking into it for a very long time before making this purchase. So first things first, I want to go over some of the pros that made this mousepad and VCT. So like Zekin, Asbast, Fluorescent, Kangzera. So all the pro players in the duelist role with crazy aim made this mousepad. And before you say King Zero is not old enough to play in VCT, I know, I'm just adding him in there because he's one of my favorite players. So before switching to the Artisan, I mained the GSR Rouge 2, and switching from the GSR to the Artisan was a total shock for me personally. Coming from a mud pad like the GSR, the Artisan has a lot more speed to it. It took me a couple days to get used to it, but once I did, I noticed that my aim was improving a lot better. And I could even play on a higher sense with better control, which is kind of odd considering it had a bit more speed. Now don't get me wrong, getting a new mousepad is not going to make your aim exponentially better. Just like in any game, you're going to have to put the time and the effort and the hard work in to make your aim better. But I will say this is the most consistent mousepad that I've used in terms of feeling. Flicking, tracking, micro adjustments, it all feels very consistent on this mousepad. That's something I do like about it. On top of that, it comes in this nice bright orange, which I find helps me stay focused in game. It's probably just a placebo effect, but this is how I personally feel about it. And the funny thing is, when I first got this mousepad, I didn't think I was going to be able to use it because of how fast it actually was. But then I did some Kovacs with it, did a couple DMs as well, and I found that the stopping power is actually just enough when you need it. The only downside about this mousepad is that it does cost $80. On top of that, you do have to pay the shipping fees and the tariffs, which makes it come in around $109 if you're ordering straight from the Artisan website. But you can also get the Artisan off Amazon, which is only $80, and you won't have to pay the tariffs or the shipping fee if you have Amazon Prime. So do I think you should buy the Artisan Zero Soft? Well, that's entirely up to you, to be honest. If you already have a mousepad that's in pretty good condition and you're already familiar with how it feels when you aim and you've been Kovacsing, you have decent enough aim, I don't really think there's a point in switching off of it. Then again, if you listen to what pro players say, they say the little things do matter. So if you feel like switching to the Artisan Zero Soft will give you an advantage over the competition, by all means go for it. But obviously, if you don't have the money and you're not in a good spot financially, I would not recommend spending $100 on a mousepad, especially if you need the money for something else. So my final thoughts and opinion on the Artisan Zero Soft: it's definitely the best mousepad out there, and I personally think it's worth the money if you have it. This is definitely going to be my main mousepad going forward. I will be making this mousepad from now on, putting a lot of time on Valorant and Kovacs, maybe a little bit of CS as well. So without further ado, this brings us to the end of the video. I appreciate if you stayed for this long and watched it till the end. If you guys could like and subscribe, I would highly appreciate it, especially if you found this video useful. I'm going to try to make more content towards Valorant and peripheral reviews. I do have a couple other videos in mind. I did recently get a new chair, so I will be doing a review on that pretty soon. On top of that, Logitech is coming out with their Super Strike mouse, which is said to release on February 10th, which is basically like rapid trigger in a mouse for mouse clicks, meaning that you can adjust the actuation of the mouse click, which is going to be pretty interesting. So I'm probably going to get my hands on that, and we'll be doing a review and a video on that. But without further ado, I appreciate you guys watching, and that's the end of the video. Catch you guys next time.